Hey everyone, James Rath here. This week I have a special video with my friend JD, and he is another, how do you identify?
I identify as a lot of things. Usually what I tell people is, and what I've been telling people here at VidCon is I am a visually impaired gay Native American with albinism.
There you go. So JD makes awesome videos, really tackling these topics and these minority groups that he is very much involved in and advocating for. So this week we're going to be talking about blindness and something that we both share, and albinism specifically. Ocular albinism. We're pale buddies.
So yeah, you're darker than I am.
I am a little bit, okay. So I used to be like paler than this. Over time, my body ended up developing a little bit of pigment. So my parents are like pretty tan, and my sister's really tan. But me and my brother, we're just like, we stand out at the beach. We're the red ones. We both have albinism that affects our eyes as well as just skin and the hair. So I don't know if you want to describe your vision at all. You can.
How do I see?
How do you? Different from you, probably.
With me, I think my vision is actually quite a bit better than yours when it comes to nearsightedness. A lot of my issues usually lie with distance. If signs are big enough, I can like read signs. There's like some tiny as hell print on our badges thing. I cannot read that.
I'm not gonna try.
Like even if it's that close, I still can't read it. Like reading, like if I would read normal text out of a book. Usually comfort level for me reading would be like 4 inches away from my face. Okay. My vision, in terms of like nearsightedness, I can't read your name on your badge until JD Dalton. Cool. There you go. So that's how close it took me to read print that small. Not terribly small, but yeah. Yeah, I can read it from... I can still read it from down here.
And then distance I also have an issue with a lot of the time unless things are really blown up. I suffer with nystagmus a lot because it goes out of whack and puts things out of focus, and
I can't read in a moving vehicle or anything. That just gives me a headache.
Yeah. Is your nystagmus, you have it, right?
Yeah, it's the side to side one.
Okay. And well, mine's horizontal as well.
Oh, okay, yeah. So
is yours slower than mine though?
I don't know. I think mine. Let me see. What are yours? Mine, I think, is faster.
Oh, yours are faster.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's like, just stare into my eyes, James.
This is a pretty intimate video.
But no, I cannot read or like really watch video content if I'm like in a car or in a train.
I can't even sit down because it feels like I'm in a train. There's everything moving. Yes, reading something that's why I have technology read to me. And speaking of which, that's what we're going to be talking about. Assistive technology, something that we talked about a little bit, but there's other things other than just technology that help people with mobility and vision needs, and again, other people who have different disabilities. So
my parents were really good at seeking resources for me once they found out that I was going to be born with albinism. And coming from a fairly isolated rural community, I'm Hopi, by the way. My reservation is in the Four Corners area in Northeast Arizona. So it's like the nearest town would be like an hour and a half away from where I live. There was an office that did send out TVIs to come and work with me. So like I already had the training on like how to use certain tools and stuff like that. But the devices that I would use in schools were like, I have this in one of my videos actually, is the dome magnifier. Looks like a snow globe type of thing. That one worked pretty fine. I also had like the bar version of that.
I had that too.
Yeah, for like reading.
The domes were very heavy though, especially being in elementary school, carrying those things around.
Yeah, was really bulky too.
Yeah.
You know what I really hated though? Have you ever gotten those page magnifiers that are like really the flimsy paper magnifier things that
I have a mini one in my wallet.
Glossy as hell. Those always pissed me off. They always gave me those when I was small, and I like the glare, the reflection of the lighting and everything. I hated it. Yeah, and they scratched so easily.
Yeah,
and that's the same drawback too with using any magnifier. I think it's just the glare. That's one thing that
they can get scratched up, especially with the glass ones.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
If you don't take care of your devices, especially like if you're 10, 12 years old. Yeah, I'm not gonna scratch it.
I had CCTVs as well. I don't know if you ever.
Yes, I had a CCTV. I think was either 3rd or 4th grade. I think it was 4th grade when they finally brought in a CCTV for me to use. But they kept it in the library. It was never like in the classroom.
Well, I never had it in the classroom. I had it at home for homework.
Oh, nice! You got to have one at home.
Yeah, like, we actually still own them. I think they're still either that or we gave them to. We probably gave them, I think, away when I moved out.
Okay.
To for another kid to have them to use. So nice. I think that's good. You know.
I think I had one at home, and it was like one of them ancient old as hell ones with a tiny screen, but you know, it still worked.
Wow.
I don't know where that is now. And this was like back in the early 2000s, so it still had the big box screen TV.
Yeah.
But it was pretty good. I mean, the camera zoom on that thing, like literally, me and my friends would sometimes mess with it and like put our hand underneath it. You could literally like zoom in all the way.
Oh, I know.
And see your skin cells.
That was so weird.
Yeah, that was so cool.
It was incredible.
And it would like focus. It knew how to focus, and you could, you could like literally count the skin cells on your hand.
And then you could change up the contrast. You could there was even like I had like a modern one that could take a screenshot.
Yes, mine could too.
Hold
Yeah.
a picture. I'm like, it was like, and like when you looked at your fingernails,
Yes. Yeah, you see all the dead skin and everything like that.
Sometimes I feel good that there's some things I can't see, you know. So
like, I get this cool, awesome toy. And when I started getting into high school, that's when they had the Humanware came out with the, what do you call it? Those digital magnifiers. You know?
Oh yeah. But they, you know, it's basically like a CCTV. Like
it's a miniature one. And it's just this screen that you have with the camera on it, and you just put it on, and it has lights where, like, if you're reading something, it'll light up so that you'll have the contrast.
Yeah.
And those are actually pretty cool. A lot of kids in my classes when I was in middle school and in high school, like, oh, that's cool. What's that? You know, they'd call it my camera, because technically it did have a camera on it, but it was a magnifier. So that was kind of like cool to like always whip out and be like, look what I get.
So I played with that a little bit in freshman year, because that's when I got one. From those to modern day, what do you use now?
Now I just tap my phone screen 3 times and it magnifies for me. So I use my cane. So when I moved down to Tucson, middle of high school, middle of my sophomore year, which is 15 years old, I moved from my rural reservation community down to Tucson, Arizona, you know, more diversity in the city and stuff like that. So after meeting the visually impaired community there, I transferred to the Arizona School for the Blind. And after that, meeting all these various different people with various different conditions other than albinism, it was cool seeing them like navigate and being independent and doing their thing, you know. So after that, I started using my cane more, you know, like seeing other people walking around with canes. So it's like, okay, I want to use my cane, like be cool with these kids. As far as assistive technology now, your phone can pretty much assist you with anything.
Yeah.
I like using the camera on my phone for some things, or even the flashlight on my phone. Like if you're in a really dim lit restaurant and you're trying to read the menu, you just pull out your flashlight, you know?
Either of these two devices, I've been using Android for the past like 24 hours, and there's a lot of accessibility in there. I mean, if you're coming from a different operating system, it's going to be a little bit different. Yeah. So, I mean, like, I'm trying to get used to you have one finger, and you do a triple tap, and then it's like 2 fingers to zoom in and out and scroll around. iOS has like a few different options. You can do the triple tap here, and 3 fingers to go around, but then they also have that little joystick, which I absolutely love.
Nice.
It's so easy. But yeah, it's great that the options are there.
Yeah, no, technology is definitely getting
better. No matter
better.
what your platform preferences, what's nice is they're going to be there, at least for the mainstream ones. It's great that Google, Apple, Microsoft is, you know,
doing their best,
doing their research and really getting people who have, you know, these conditions and making them less of an afterthought, you know?
Yeah, well, actually, like, I take back the doing their best comment. I mean, because, I mean, there's certain things that can always be improved, but they're making that effort, and that's what's cool about it.
And I mean, I don't know what the world looks like from a programmer side, and, like, a coding side. I don't know how difficult it is to, like, figure out how to make these, like, UI improvements, but it's amazing. Like, I literally made a short film 2 weeks ago, iPhone Be My Eyes, and it's literally me navigating by just the camera and apps on my phone. And I mean, all the same apps, I'm pretty sure, available on Android.
I don't know how well they would function on Android, but yeah.
Android's gotten pretty stable.
Yeah.
It's gotten pretty stable. And then I got this guy. Computers, which allow me to edit videos by zooming the heck in. And then outside the world of technology, got a cane for at night when I'm navigating around the city.
Sunglasses.
Sunglasses as well during the day, because with the albinism, I don't know if this is the same for you, but with the albinism, like, when too much light's coming in through like the corner of my eye, it blinds out every other part that shouldn't be blinded out, you know, for a normal sighted person.
So one of the party events that we attended in this room, they have like these really bright spotlight type of like just light stands.
Walk in.
Yeah, right at the entrance, and there's some toward the back too. So when you're walking around, when I'm walking around in those areas, like I totally just can't see. Like it's
Yep.
just
it's just all white.
Yeah, it's
yellow.
just light, so I can't tell if there's something in front of me, somebody in front of me.
Yeah.
Using the cane, I have my cane out around in this event because it helps a lot.
Yeah.
For identification purposes, usually what I use my cane for, but in instances where like I'm outside, the cane is more handy. Bright lights in front of my face, that's when it becomes more handy.
For sure, I think that's awesome. Thank you so much for watching this video. I appreciate it, and I appreciate you to go check out JD's channel. He is a content creator who makes awesome videos, and you can learn so much from just watching his videos and his activism between not only just the blind community, but LGBT, Native American, and albinism as well, which I guess is separate but also similar. So.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's the thing too I wanted to bring up is like, you know, like the visually impaired community, yeah, people with albinism fall into that category, but I think the albinism community itself,
it has its own.
Yeah, because we have our own unique stuff. So yeah, no, if you want to check out the video that we did over on my channel, I asked James a couple questions about the philosophy of how he views his visual impairment and what it was like for both of us growing up, being blind individuals trying to fit into this sighted world. So
yeah,
no, really awesome video. Go check it out.
And we also did another, like, he did a project video which was really awesome that I was a part of.
Oh yeah, the collaboration video.
Yeah, so check that out. Look, there will be a card and a link down below. We also did another video on my channel about positivities of our disabilities, and just like an uplifting video, like saying that don't think it's a burden, you know. It's just we do things differently. We have different lifestyles, and sometimes
this is how we approach it.
Cool. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Bye.
My name is James Rath. I was born legally blind with ocular albinism and nystagmus.
Hi, my name is Ricky Pointer, and I am a deaf YouTuber.
What is up, everyone? I am Lolo, and I have a YouTube channel called Sitting Pretty. It's about my life.